to connect again. I wonder why do I have my Christmas profile picture here? I don't get it. Seriously, why? Okay, I am going to access YouTube from my other account just so I can see the chat. No, wait, not this. So I am starting early just for people to connect so they don't miss anything. However, remember that it's completely fine if you can't connect. Like, you can just rewatch this later, but I know it is way cooler to see the stream when it is happening at the moment. Okay, I can see the stream now. No? How do I... Okay, that's it. That's it. How do I... Hello! Hello, Glass Dragon and Saruko! Hola, Giga! Okay, we begin in 4 minutes. Can my stream... Okay. Yes, it's not freezing. I know my stream is not freezing because I am actually watching the stream from my phone. So here is your chance to subscribe to my other channel, which is completely not worth it. But here. Hi, it's me, Seeker. Oh. This is your chance to watch my other channel's videos. Yeah, I know. Glass Dragon is the... I don't know what my name is. I know it's you. Actually, please don't look at my other channel. It's kind of cringe. Okay, it's not that it's not that bad. It's just the last upload was like 2 years ago. Like even my Instagram corpse is more alive than it. Oh shit. Ah, you know that I am watching it from my phone. Why did they make the live stream like a reel? Like if why can we scroll through live streams? Just why? Seeker but blue. Yeah, for real. Pucha, quería ver desde mi tele, pero la lluvia jodió mi internet. Eso es una Rainbow referencia, Giga. Bueno, ya, mejor hablo... maybe I should just speak English. Seeker Adventure 2. Imagine if I just made a live stream from my other channel and just invite everyone there. That would be kind of funny. Okay, so 2 minutes left. Oh my god, I'm impatient. I can't wait to just review all of Artiwar in one sitting. You're about to learn a lot of stuff about how I make animations. Don't make us wait! ¡Se me fue el internet de mi celu! ¡Ah! Es que me imagino a Giga gritando como Cyborg. ¡Lo sabía! ¡Hablas español! Soy fan. Tú eres muy buena animadora. Muchas gracias. Sí, mi idioma realmente es español. Soy de Panamá. Es simplemente que hice el canal en inglés porque es mejor. Es que con el inglés llegas a más gente. Ok, ya son las 8:59. Ya, ¿qué me vale esperar un minuto? 40 segundos. Okay, guys, it's 9 now. Well, it's actually 1 minute left, but honestly, I don't care. So, let's get started with this. Let's get started with this mess of... How many animations are here? Oh my... Okay, these are older, but... There's just so much... I don't even know where to start. From the beginning, of course. We're not. I don't know if I am going to review all of them, but let's do it. So we have to go since the whole beginning of this, which is part 1. Part 1 has to be down here, all the way down. It was this. Don't ask me why it's called. Please don't mind the names of these files. I just name things super randomly. So here's Boomer. And the first thing you can see is that I tried to make the water separated. The background is also a separate layer. Also the water splash, okay, that's not really impressive, and the water itself. Back then I didn't know how to make actual rainwater water, so I tried to make the water myself, and it didn't turn that bad, but you can really tell I just tried to draw water in there, and I kind of don't like it. Let's go with more stuff in this animation. We have the raptors, and the speed, and also the bumps. And you may notice that it's not that epic here in DC2. What makes it more colorful is when I go to the video editor and add a light here where it explodes. If you're wondering where I got the explosion effect, it's from a pack. This is one of the very few stuff I actually download. It's here, it's down here, dynamic special effects. I don't remember the author, but it's one of those effect packs they use for kaiju animations. For real. Now, let's take a look at the models themselves. At first they, well, look like normal DC2 models. And here's a thing I use a lot. Animating each limb like this is... I can do it, but it's super tedious all the time. So what I do is go down here and activate this thing called kinetic engine. And now I can just animate the whole leg with one bone. And this makes animation way faster. I had a YouTube tutorial about this, but as my friend Saruko said, it kind of needs a remake, a better explanation. Here's a fun fact. The DC2 calls it kinetic engine, but this is actually called IK, which stands for inverse kinetics. And okay, this is more of a 3D stuff. I am going to get really technical. But we have two things, FK and IK. FK would be the normal bone system we know of. And IK would be this. It's basically inverting. Okay, let's not just get too technical. I should just make a video or a YouTube short explaining it. But the point is, I assign these IK bones for specific parts like the tail, legs, and arms. Sometimes I do neck, but for the most part I don't. I prefer manual neck movement. Even the tongue has IK. I find this kind of funny. And then the eyes are just states, nothing new. If you use drawing cartoons, this is completely normal drawing cartoon stuff. And, you know, let me show you Boomer. Okay, here he is. He also uses this IK stuff for detail, which is actually not very good when you look at it up close. You can see, just look at this. You can just see the back of the tail bone, and it doesn't look right. But I got away with it in the whole animation. Again, the body, the legs, well, the limbs, I should say. These throat bones that a certain part of the DC2 community love adding a ton of this to their dinosaur models. ¿Quién me está hablando en Discord? Giga, por favor. Okay, and the ears. Oh, another thing. And the cape. The cape is... The cape was meant to be from the beginning, but as you can see, it's a separate model. The head is also a separate model. Wait. And even the okay, no, this is not the model. Even the body sometimes is a separate model. What is this for? This is for flipping the head like this, so it can look back. I see a lot of people who uses a square. Where did it go? Who use a square. They place it somewhere around here where the head will be. They make it transparent. Then they copy the model and paste it like this. And they flip it. And then flip the head too. And they do this basically. I don't like when people... This thing. Oh man, I don't like when people does this. It's terrible. Why do you do... Let me show you in the camera. Why do you people do this? Can you... Please don't. Dice... Gracias. ¿Qué programa usas? El programa se llama... Drawing Cartoons 2. Este. Y el otro es... Drawing Cartoons 2 Pro. Tengo los dos. A translation for what Gracia said. She asked me what program do I use, and it's called Drawing Cartoons 2. Yes, we have to add the 2. It's Drawing Cartoons or DC2 if you want to look it up. Let me write it. The program is Drawing Cartoons 2. You can just look it up on the Play Store. I hope you're on Android too, because if you're on iOS, you can't. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue here. So I was saying, why do people do this? I mean, no offense to them, but why? It just looks, I don't know. It looks wrong to me, honestly. But okay, enough rambling about something that I don't really mind about. I think I already showed you everything of this part of the animation. So let's go to another clip. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Oh, here is the part where Cardinal is chased down by Boomer. We are still in round 1. If I press play, you can see also that a lot of the color is missing in the animation. It is more of a green color, but that's because I add a filter in the video editor to make it look prettier. But okay, let's watch this animation frame by frame, because a lot of it is lost in the final version. So let's have a watch. And you can take notes on how to animate from looking at this. Something very specific about Cardinal is that her tail is super duper flexible. As you can see. And okay. I am not sure why did I make this, but later you are going to find out that I have 4 models of the same creature. So this is the base of the tail, and this is the tip of the tail that is way more flexible. It's a bendy worm. And here is the body, which I decided to have kinetic engine on it. And you may wonder, why does it move like this? And that's because the model is split in 2. So I also have to activate kinetic here. Now I can just move the legs. And the head, as you already noticed, is also a separate model. Okay, you can just imagine what my DC2 custom items file looks like. It has so much stuff. Oh wait, I'm spoiling what I'm going to show soon. But okay. This is kind of a mess. But I think you already have an idea of how I make the gore, which we'll get into it later. But okay, let's reassemble the mice and continue watching the animation. Okay, here's the part where he jumps. Whee! And look, I continued animating this. It's not seen in the final animation, but I actually continued. Okay, this is where it's no longer in the camera and it's just floating. It's no longer moving here. And here's Boomer. He's moving since this beginning. Again, a lot of this stuff you don't notice it because it's super fast. But it's there. Like, I actually care to animate everything for the most part. And here's the part where Cardinal climbs. And I am going to show you. Okay, I thought I made a background here, but seems like no, it's just climbing up. Look at how flexible she is. And this is where it starts to just do whatever it wants. This is where it looks goofy. Like what is this? Let's see. I'm just gonna appear once. Okay, hello worlds. Alright, now let's talk about the first fight in the whole series. The Cardinal versus Slug Ferret fight. Okay, first off, let me remove the background. So you can actually see this climbing animation over here. I have to talk about it. I have to mention it. Like I animated everything. Maybe because it was the very first round and I had no idea what this series was going to become. Here it goes, here he's just walking, and this is where he gets jump scared. It just appears and attacks. And this is where the split model comes in handy, but as you can see, I didn't make it yet. This is just the whole model. And this one, it's also the whole model still. Is this where it splits? No. I just like what this looks like. This looks like a great thumbnail in this pose, or like a drawing. This over here. Okay, let's just continue. They fight, and okay, I swear this is where it just splits. Yeah, this is where it changed. As you can see, everything changed here because I originally made 2 animations in 2 separate files, and then I just put them together and this happens. That's why in the animation you can see a change in the camera over here. This. It's hard to notice, okay, but it's there. And this is where I split the models. Like, I had to make a whole new project for this. And I admit that animating this part was super fun. At this point, the ferret too. It's also split. It has even more segments than... Oh wait, no, I didn't just do the head, I just the whole neck. Okay, it's not that bad. Not that scary. And again, it's satisfying to animate. Kind of. Like, look at this. Why do I have a feeling that a good 70% of this whole stream is going to be me deforming the Artiwar characters? I mean creatures. Ah! Rarísimo mi pit. Giga. ¡Pórtate bien! Giga, pórtate bien, huevón, o si no voy a apachurrarle las bolas a Monk. No puedo creer que he dicho eso en directo. Bueno, por favor, no saquen clip. Never mind that. Don't mind that. Nothing happened. I just threatened someone. I just told someone that to behave, or else no, or else no voice chats. And this is where it just runs away. It's like an spring. I love this ferret so much. And here's the second part. Oh wait, no, not yet. My bad. Okay, here's the walk. One of my favorite walks in the whole animation. And this is where it dies. This is not the most impressive blood effect for now. It's just blood. And blood model over here. Also here. And there's one in his neck. Yeah, down here. This one is actually part of the model, I think. Oh wait, no? Damn, no? Where is this one from? When did I draw this? How did I make this? Oh my god, how? I can't remember. But I think this was part of the model? Let's pretend that didn't happen. Read Goggly Moggly, what are these frames, hermana? This is normal, believe me. And do you know what happens when I put all the cartoon together, which is what I'm doing right now? Like, I just show you the separate parts of the animation, but here is all of it. The 3 files in one. And this has... Okay, it's just 700 frames! You think that's a lot? Nah, wait till you see the round 2 animation, which has more than 1,000 frames. It's insane. But yeah, I can just watch round 1 from drawing cartoons. And it works. Don't ask me how the drawing cartoons... Nah, don't worry, my fingers are okay. But trust me. Okay guys, we have finished watching round 1. Now we have to watch round 2. Oh look, here's Love Bites. Don't mind it. Just a little pause. Love Bites. And no, there's no. It's just this. It ends here and it has 400 frames too. Don't mind it. There's not really much to say. This was one of my first Rain War animations. Okay, let's just jump back to Artiwar, okay? And here we go with the second animation. I have to admit, I at first was doing this in complete disorder. Okay? Like, the first thing I animate of round 2 was actually this. This animation that didn't even appear in the final version. I wanted to give Storm some screen time. This is Storm. Yeah, his name is Storm. And he was made by... What was this guy's name? I mean, I just know him as Hunter. Oh god, I said Hunter. And it's like an armadillo lizard. And Basilgas from Monster Hunter had a child, because these scales on the tail are actually explosive, and he can just shoot them at random places, and they will explode like mines. But I forgot to add this in the video. Like, it was done. Okay, where's the... Oh yeah, and I also, before the video, made this animation of Thorn running. that I can just recycle over and over just to use it once in my entire life. Oh yeah, Benatrix, you're right. Thank you, thank you. Where is Hunter? Where is he? Can this stay only on Discord? No, where is Hunter, actually? Oh yeah, he was a discarded creature. He doesn't appear in Artiwar. Animate mode, please. I'm sorry, but I am not going to animate, I think. Okay, there's also these animations for Bay. Like, everything is separated and then put together. Because animating both at the same time is kind of hard. I also did a second one. I am going to replay each animation like 3 times. Just to make sure. Oh, la papeada. This is just the fight. I decided to call it... Well, it's a Spanish joke, you won't get it. It looks great even from these two editor. And now you might be wondering... Oh wait, this is not the file. Let me search for the complete round 2 video. I think it's this one. You might wonder what happened to Boomer here, where he goes up here. He disappears into this scene, but he's there. Well, I have to let you know that I continued animating this because I can. Or that's what I remember, at least. Wait, I'm cheating here. I'm cheating. The legs are not moving. Okay, here they are. Oh, okay, it actually disappears. For a moment, I thought I continued animating it. Would have been fun. There's also Boomer's mom here. She runs away too and disappears. What else can I show here? Okay, this is just the fight itself. Now I'd like to show something else here. I'm looking for it. Which one? Which of all these clips was it? This one. Wait. Oh yeah, this is also something I want to show. It's part of my animation process. So first I animate. I have shown this before, but first I animate in 166 frames. Like, I go slower. And I can just make a demonstration here. I'm going to delete all of this. So it's only this. So first I animate in that, and when I am done, I change it to just 100. And I add some frames in between where I think they're necessary. Like, for example, I think here. I think they look okay here. And now it looks smooth. And I managed to make a smooth animation way faster because, well, I made it in less frames first. Oh look, the shotgun. ¿Qué están hablando del chat, güey? ¿Qué fue, Secker? Y ahí tienen el mismo apellido o eso. Brother. No tenemos el mismo apellido. En fin. El funky. Cállense. Qué mierda están hablando, brother. Ok. Okay, I think I just show enough of round 2. Oh yeah, I'm missing something important. The acidic water in round 2. It has to be this file. And okay, I hope you guys are prepared because I think this is the one. This is the file with 1045 frames. Have you ever made an animation with 1000 frames? I am not going to touch much stuff here because I know DC2 will explode, will crash if I stay here for too long. But look at that. My dumbass thought it was going to be a Discord voice chat. Oh my god. No, it's going to be a YouTube one. It's going to be a YouTube voice chat. And I admit that just this part of the animation already has more than 100 frames. And well, this is what the water actually look like. It looks like shit. And the ground is imaginary, I guess. And then in a video editor, KineMaster, by the way, that's where I make the actual acidic water. And that's really it for round 2. I already showed this other part of the video in that one other video where I just show random animations behind the scenes. And this is just the boomer fight. Oh wait, I actually just added here to have the full animation. And this is what you saw in the final video. Again, everything just looks kind of weird without the music and the effects and all the cool stuff. It feels like being naked. Okay, this is where he gets surprise shotgun. This is the shotgun part. Yes, I know, 1000 frames. It's normal, trust me. Okay. Okay, and that's it for round 2. Now round 3, which sadly I do not have the clips of round 3 with the slug pups. So I am quickly going to show you how did I made this whole effect. And let me show you in the video here. It was around here. Yeah. Let me turn down the volume a bit. I am casually going to show you how did I do this. How I made this part where it splits the pop in two. So this is the moment where I start to talk about... So let's talk about a drawing cartoons quick gore tutorial. I know at least one of you just click this stream for this. So let me get started. First we have these dog pups, okay? We have him. And as you can see, he has a whole bunch of states. But for now, this is just a normal DC2 model. So what did I do? Well, I edit this model and cut it into chunks like this. Okay, now this is just the back and this is the other side of it, the front, I guess. I did wrong here. And if you look at these states, okay, seems normal. And then we have the blood. Then we have blood. and more blood. This is where it starts to get nice. And then you can just use other blood effects or pictures to just put this all together. I am not going to animate it, just giving you an example. And then I have a third piece for the head. This is fine. Which looks like this. Cuando tu rey se viene en tu board. Ya paren. And basically this is how I kill things. It's not the only one, I also have the Arty one. Lady Love bites Arty. I am so sorry. And then we have, maybe we have the scavengers. This is just baby Junkhead, don't worry, this is something else completely for another animation. I think it was Scap. Yeah, over here we have the normal Scap model, the normal Scap kit, and then the gory mess. That I didn't even show in the animation, but I made it anyways. But okay, I think we have shown enough gore for now. Te van a censurar por sangre. Hola, papi. Okay, that's enough gore for now. Now let's go to the other. Oh my god, man. It's just that I'm showing round 3. I'm showing the most bloody. Like, llegaste en el peor momento, papá. Este es el último. And this is the background, okay? And here's the whole fight. If Anjon wants to see it in slow motion. Also, I would like to point out how inconsistent these sizes are. Because in this animation, the raptor feels way larger than it actually is. And then in another animation, it kind of turns small. This is just something I wanted to point out. But okay, there's not that much to say here. It's just like making any fight animation with a blurry background behind. We have the other raptors. Okay, this is just what you see in the other animation. This took me around 1 week to make, if I am not wrong. I actually animated 1 kill every day. Because if I did all of them at the same time, it was going to be a little painful, you know? Like someone said up here, hand pain. That my fingers will die. Señor Crisco, mándeme un saludo, por favor. Giga, pórtate bien. Okay, now let's go to round 4. This is where I start to get lost with the files. Like, I don't remember absolutely everything. So maybe I should just skip to the best parts of this. Oh yeah, also, it's floating. By the way, being here, there's another trick I would like to show. Okay, this is another death, of course. The Seeker stuff. Here's something else, another animation tip I would like to share with you. I am going to make this super quick. And it's about when characters are staying still and not moving. So let's just say... Okay, let me put the animation in the normal speed I use first. This is going to be quick. So let's just say you want the raptor to stay still, but you don't want it to be completely statue. So it makes a slight movement up, like this. Something I do a lot. like a little movement. Then you go to the first frame, and you can go down here, interpolation, and you can smooth it out here. And now you have a quick way to make a still movement, so your characters feel a little more alive. Then with this, you can move the tail or anything you want. I'm concentrate on 100. And now you have something quick. This is like an, or make it breathe. Yeah. Okay, that was just a quick demonstration, because again, you can make more. You can even make the toe claw move, so it doesn't just feel like you're using the interpolation option all the time. I am not going to save this. It was just a quick demo. So let's get back to Artiwar, of course. Going into round. How about the junk chase? I think it's the best one. So first off, before actually animating Junkhead, I just made this loop animation of Artie running. Caption this, make a meme. Me evading touches. I don't know. So I can just loop this animation. Then I animated Junkhead. Where is Junkhead? Where is he? Then we have Junkhead. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. How many projects? Yes. There's like 100 projects. And I am just talking about the DC2 projects, because there's also a lot of PNG files. There's the Blender files I want to make another video about. Yeah, there's a lot. Also, I'd like to mention that I actually animated Junkhead running. Like, it's not just a still head. You cannot see it, but it's there. And that's kind of insane. Okay, and now about the background. I actually just add another background. It's another background, and it's moving forward, or I mean backwards, as Artie moves around. So it just creates this illusion that the background is super long when it's actually just an object. Ah well, nothing really interesting here. It's just sticky back. Something I like to mention, for those who have never read, is that sticky backs, as his name says, his back is kind of made of magma, let's say. Okay, not literal magma, but it's super hot. So when Junkhead bites it, it's like, no, it burns. So yeah, my fellow lizard dude didn't like that. And that's why he survived. Oh, here's the first part. Okay, here's the first part. It's super short. And I have to admit I was kind of lazy with the original spike trap death. Then I correct it because I felt bad. Especially considering the person who made that creature. Okay, do you guys want to see this side? This. And again, here again, me animating the whole thing. Or at least most of it, because this time just look at Junkhead's feet. Is he standing? Is it as hot as magma? Yeah, probably. Probably. I will have to stick a finger in there to find out. Yeah, this is it. In this part, I didn't make the loop running animation yet. I remember being so confused with this part. Like, I had a mental idea of how it would go, but I didn't know how to execute it. Until, well, I figure out later. Will not recommend. Yeah, you're right, I will not. Okay, that's just the first part. Do you guys like that? This is bloody. Do you know what part of the animation this is? You fucking know that. You know. Super family friendly. Yeah, this is super family friendly. Anyways. Let's go to something else. What else could it be? What are these cartoon animations? Oh, okay, these are just parts of the 3D that I made here in DC2 because I was super lazy to make them in Blender. And as you can see, Junkhead suddenly had a twin. I guess. And Boomer is starring from the corner, I guess? Dios mío, fucking vecino. Don't mind that. What do you mean scissors? Oh, I know what you mean. No. Don't make the scissor joke here, please. Let that stay in Discord, please. The noise was from the neighbors. Trust me, I live next to a supermarket. So if you hear any loud noises, now you know why. It's the supermarket. I don't know. From what my mom told me, they are. No sé cómo se dice remodelar. Explosion. Here I actually mixed two explosion effects. The first one is from the pack I already mentioned at the beginning. And this second one is actually made by me. And it has a little bit too much states. I remember making this one for the Artificer versus Ghost animation. I wanted to make my own explosions, and I did. Okay, let's continue. This is just Boomer. Okay, now I am going to show you that one project named Just Dodge, lol. Where did it go? Here. This is super random name, I know. But this is just the animation where Boomer fights Junkhead. And it ends here. So this is the shotgun, the moment where Bro remembers he has a gun. Bro just remember he has a firearm. Oh, and here I didn't mind animating Boomer. I just moved the shotgun. Oh, remodel. Thank you. No puedo creer que mi padre también no esté directo. ¿En serio? Okay, let's continue. Like here we have the shotgun, and here it's supposed to change. Okay, let me be real. I wanted to animate Boomer's death in 3D, but I felt like I was already taking too much time to release the new episode. Like this took me 1 month, if I'm not wrong. Here's also something else I never finished. I could finish it at some point. These are These are Blood Basilisk, I was the name, and Violampus, if I am not wrong. And they were made by my friends as birthday gifts. And I didn't finish this fight, but I wanted to make something with the models they made for me. Let me play it. Have a good day, sir. Okay. Bye, Boomer. Oh, okay, this was... I am just checking the projects by names and suddenly unlocking the memories of what I was doing back then. This is the part I made before... Well, you already know, the tragedy. And I took my time here. I animated this after the whole death scene. And everything just project by project. Man, I am running out of things to say. And that feels kind of awkward. But okay, let's continue. Here's the Artie running. Going down here. And the model doesn't move anymore, that's it. And this is where the Junkhead fight will begin. But we are going to see this later when... Again, if this video reaches 100 likes, I'm doing a second part showing all the 3D stuff, which... For me, it's even more interesting, to be honest. What else? Okay, let's go to round 5. This is the round where people will help me. Round 5. And I made a... Okay, this one was made originally by Bloodflare, but I have to correct it a lot. And also, it was kind of a pain in the ass to correct it because my friend made every second of the animation a different project, and I remember getting drawing cartoons errors trying to edit it, but I figured out how to fix it and just use his animation more of a reference than actual animation and make this whole thing based on what he animated. Let me see if I can find one of his files. This is one of them actually. Like, I'm not kidding. This is one of those files. I didn't change anything there. This one belongs to him. That's really just explosion. For me, it has like too much blood, if you ask me. A little too exaggerated. But I am not going to critique it much. Like, that was long ago. This is also part of his animation, if I am not wrong. Oh wait, no, this is mine. And you can see the slow animation here before I made it fast and smooth. My entire goddamn skeleton ass cook. Chicos, ¿hay más gente en el directo aparte de ustedes dos? ¿Cuánta gente está mirando esto? ¿12? Okay. The other 10 people who is watching the stream, can you say hi in the chat? Okay, here's the chase scene in round 5. And well, the rest of the whole scene is Blender, so that will be for the other video. And yet, there are some things I would like to show here. First off, Salamander appears apparently out of nowhere. And Chunker also just spawns out of the air. Okay? It's completely normal. Let's just pretend it comes from here. It's just to pretend that Chunker was chasing Salamander. And then this is just the part where she hides. And yet I animated Multifizer. Okay, now here is one part that has absolutely no edits from me. I think it's the only one, along with Medic Bags and Choripan's part, that has absolutely no change made by me. And will be this part. This was entirely animated by David Soares. The only real change is that I just changed the gore a little bit. But overall, I didn't have to change anything in the animation. It's okay, it's good. Like, what am I supposed to change? Well, here's the only edit I made. The only real one. I will take a screenshot of both of them and make a comparison. But I am pretty sure you already noticed it. I'm sorry, my boy. What else? Oh, this one's funny. Here's a funny one. We are already skipping to different parts of round 5. At this point, I just completely lose the order in which I was supposed to make this. Like, I was going through to go every project one by one, but you know what? That's kind of boring, especially with some things being repeated. I think I got Saruko's part here. I mean, this is it. This is originally made by Saruko, but if I am not wrong, the ending was just blocking, and I was like, okay, friend, what do you mean by this? I kind of had to make shit out. Make it up. My child! Metal Fart Artificer. Yeah, hey, that's a good name actually. And considering that Saruko made an improved version of the same character, what will it be called? Something like Mega Metal Fartificer. ¿Cuándo aparece la mate? La mate está más adelante. ¿Dónde está la mate? Espérate, déjame poner el mejor clip de la serie. Younghead. Hello, Fomats. Ahí. Ok, aquí está Younghead. Vamos, Giga, ponte feliz. Okay, here's something. The only real interesting thing I could show here is that I made another arm for Junkhead. Okay, I think I'll have to show it in a site here. If I just type Junkhead. I got an arm. And this is just the shell. It's supposed to be down here like this. So it just looks like Chunker is on top of him, but not completely. I don't know if I explain myself here. But yeah, I made a Junkhead second arm. Ah! ¿Qué es eso, weón? Hey, I use DC2 as well. Thanks. De hecho, está viendo el stream ahora. Se lo mostraré a mi mamá. ¡Hola, mamá de Giga! Okay, this is Multifreezer's death. Which, again, this is a whole Blender animation, but I decided to end it in DC2 because I was too tired to make a model of Shellhead. Alto tren. Lo sé, brother. Yeah, I know it sounded like... you mean the noise outside my house? Yeah. Here's the underwater fight, just in case you didn't see it well in the animation. So basically what happened here is exactly what happens when you put a fork in the microwave. Or was it in the charger? Pérez, se volvió la lluvia y se me cortará el internet en cualquier momento. Rainbow referencia. Coño, que se calle esa moto. Por lo que sea que está afuera. Okay. Here's the multi-freezer versus artificer fight. Where that starts with Cocoa. As you can see, I didn't make a whole background here because sometimes the default cube is enough. You don't always have to make the background, okay? If you can just use a cube, that also works. Just make sure it doesn't ruin your animation. Whee! Am I the only one who can hear the sounds of the animation just by looking at this? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Where did they go? Hi! Hello, Alessiosaurus or Alessio Senpai? I am calling you Senpai. Hunter War? No, I'm not doing a Hunter War. Sorry, I'm not doing a Hunter War. Like, if there was another war, like Artiwar, what character will it be? Okay, wait, let me look for the mate. Where is the mate? Where is she? Here's... Okay, and for the person who asked me for Mo at the beginning, here he is. Little guy. It's just anime. It's just anime. Feel you can just call me Alessiosaurus. Okay, Alessiosaurus. No Hunter for you. Where is Hunter? Where is he? Dude, how much of the stream is going to be me repeating Giga's catchphrase? Where is Hunter? Where is Hunter? Where did he go? We need Hunter. Okay. Ah, aquí está la mate. No, no está la mate. Where is the mate? Or was it in the other drawing cartoons? Or was it in the... I can't remember. Where's the other one? The mate. If the clip is not here, then that's because I didn't change anything else more than the background and then I didn't save it. If it's not here. And as you can see, that might be the case. So let's skip to the final round. Let's skip to round 6 because I have some stuff to show here. The first one will be the baby scavenger. Oh boy, here we go with the deaths again. And this whole animation was split by like 7 parts, so wish me luck looking for all of it. Then we have this. Without blood at first. With a crop background at first. Okay, and everything else just seems right here. Then we have... No, this is just the intro. This looks pretty cool. And then the second half of the animation is in the other drawing cartoons because reasons. No, this is the ending. Where is the second part of this animation? Over here? Okay, let me tell you a little secret about these animations. I originally made them in the other drawing cartoons, but then when it comes to the blood, I could not make the blood because states. I had to change the models. So what I did was sending myself the animation to the other drawing cartoons where I don't have the same artificer model, and I can just casually edit it without changing what's in the other drawing cartoons. This is a bit tricky to understand with words, but trust me. These are fake mod. What do you mean? Wait, let me read the chat for a moment. When you make a DC2 model, it's so hard for you to make the front view character? No, I can just... I used to make... let me tell you a horror story. Do you like horror stories? Because I have one. I used to make 1,000 front view models for the same creature. This is the original one, okay? And here's the head. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm showing Naida here. But okay, it's a good moment. So this is the original model. What happens when I want to make it look front? Well, I had to make another head. And another head. And you can already see where this is going. Too much heads. And another head. And another. And another. And another. And by the way, each of these has states. So there's more. Okay, so I had to make a load of this. This one does not has, because it has a mouth. And this was super time consuming. This was like eating a clock. So my life changed when I discovered Blender exists. And now I don't have to make front view characters anymore, because I can just make a 3D animation. And that's it. That's how I fix this issue. So yeah, that's how I turned 3D. Head 14, oh my fucking god. Yeah. How many heads did I make for Naida? If we count the human form and the dinosaur one, then I make like 40 heads. Que son esas animaciones de arriba. You mean this? You mean the ones called my cartoons with a baby young head? You mean this? Okay, we're going off topic here. Skywyvern. Okay, this is just another topic. I don't want to spoil the next animation. So these ones over here, which are called Artiwar R, Artiwar R2. These are the full animations in one file, because I want to backup all of this in a Google Drive or something. But you know, it's a whole lot of files, so I prefer combining them all into the same, so it's easier to find. So episode 0 will happen. I mean, technically episode 0 is this fight. Is the beginning of round 6. I wanted to make episode 0 with like a lot of topics to cover. I wanted Baby Junkhead, Artificer's Past, how did they make the variants, too much stuff in 1 month. So I just decided let's just make the most important of all this stuff. which has to be Cocoa's backstory because it gives context to round seats. But yeah, I am working on a baby Junkhead animation because yes, se me pegó el live. Dice el otro. Here's more. Here are the babies. Nutella is adorable. For those who aren't in Discord, her name is Nutella, and you can actually tell she's a female scavenger because the male ones have horns. It's kind of like deer. And okay, I think I have just shown enough here. And you have already seen enough, I think. Nearly all of Artiwar behind scenes. Okay, there's also this. People who was asking for the dragons. For the dragon, I mean. For Ratalas. Damn, you already know what this scene is. Actually, it's called antlers, not horns. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm super improvising right now, you know? Here's a fun fact. The gore here is another model of its own. So to make a summary of everything we saw here, what can we learn from all of these? Well, you figure out how I make animations. You figure out that the blood is actually made into separate models. And also edits of models. What else? We figure out that to make backgrounds... Okay, let me search for a background. This is something interesting too. I type... No, wait, it was... I had to type Artiwar _ BG, which is a short for background we use in concept art. And here we have all the backgrounds, or shall I call them the foregrounds for each background. So this is the ground for... You can tell which is this. This one's round 4. And if you are wondering how did I got rainbow backgrounds, and here's something that might be useful for you, is check out this website. Check out this it's called Rainbow Map. You can look up Rainbow Interactive Map, and it has all the game regions and all the modded ones too. So you open it and okay, I have this already set up as Artificer and garbage wastes. You can zoom in here, disable all of this, and now you have all the backgrounds. Now, when it comes to the water simulation, you actually need to go in the game, go to this place, and record the water. But overall, that's really it. I also used this map in the game once when I was like super lost. No, this is not Rainbow Wiki, this is a fan-made website. Like, all the regions are here. I can just look up Sky Islands. And well, now I have the entirety of Sky Islands. And for the modded regions, we have... Okay, let me look for one I personally love. It's Lushmire. I love this place. Oh wait, where's the green Lushmire I know of? Okay, I can't find it. But look at this place, it's all green! Now I cannot find the Rushmore place I'm thinking of. But yeah, this is it. In fact, one of Artificer's shelters in my animation is actually taken from here. I cannot find it at the moment, but I actually use one of these place locations for my animation. The one where it's just Artie and this dog pops. Oh look, I found it. It's this. It's this place. Now you will notice it's super dark. So what I do is a screenshot and edit it in the photo editor that comes with Samsung tablets, I guess. But you can just use any photo editor. In fact, you know what? Let's do the whole process of making a background just for fun, since we are still here. First off, you need to take a screenshot of the background. I don't have my screen recorder right now, which kind of sucks. But we can use a background eraser. Okay, let me take a random photo. Let's say this. So with a background eraser, you can just, well, erase the background. Super self-explanatory. And congrats, now you have a background. Just pretend this is one of the Rain World maps. You do this. Okay, you do this. Don't mind the ads. Then go to DC2. Create elements. A new item. Make a new bone. Edit. And you hold the bucket tool. Scissor icon. And here is the background you just erased. And voila, that's it. That's it. Now you can just put this in top of the animation and the characters can interact with the backgrounds. Ari, Sherry, what are you talking about? I'm confused. That looks... ¿De qué están hablando ustedes? Pero bueno. I think this is enough. I think this is the end of the stream. I don't want to cut it too abruptly, too. And Blender. So I think I just show everything now, and I can now just back up and delete all these files in peace without worrying about, oh, there's something I didn't show. So I think that's going to be it for now. If you watched the whole stream until now, wow, I am impressed. So anyways, thank you for watching, and let's see if I make this one into a short video and it doesn't get forgotten like the animation tutorial I did. So anyways, thank you for watching. If there's any questions, you can type them in the comments of this stream when it becomes a normal YouTube video. So anyways, bye. Wait, how do you